Jethro Tull. Backdoor Angels, 1974. I sure like my older music. Bungle in the Jungle. I'm a tiger in love and a snake if we disagree, huh? All right, so just a little bit for you from Astro. The thumbnail is a picture of a snail. There were snails everywhere yesterday, and one stuck on my window and was talking with me. So I just wanted to share that picture there with you. It's slow and steady wins the race. Just like the Riot Quietly, they want you just to take it easy. We did get 2 wild cards in the shorts, 2 one-eyed jacks in Love and in Truth. We also got 2 celebration cards in that 1-minute shorts. So there was a lot packed in there. So if you guys can watch that shorts, it will really help. But slow and steady wins the race, and there were snails everywhere around the house yesterday. And they wanted me to spend the last 2 days in Astro a lot. They don't have me remember much, but I was at the Speakeasy quite a lot, listening to our new music that we're making from the old music. So everything that I'm putting on here, so for example, Bungle in the Jungle, we were studying that last night. We were seeing how we can make it into new music. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a lot of music at the Speakeasy. The Speakeasy is the watering hole, the tavern, the bar, the music joint, the concert hall. It's all of that put together. So each song that I put on my playlist, or that is on my playlist, that is one we are redoing. There's a lot of them because it goes all the way back, if you look at my playlist, to I think Maisie Starr starts it out. But it goes way back. I think we're going way back into the 90s, but I'm not positive. Could be early 2000s when I started it. It doesn't matter. It's just that everything is something. Everything means something. So, you know, my channel, my songs, my playlists, my videos, everything means something. So that's what we're doing in Astro. We're making new music, and it's really fun. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 of hearts with that wild jack. Okay, and we also had the one-eyed jack. So what they're saying is the truth is coming out, and it's going to be more going towards love. Your soul contract is a 2 of hearts. It's a yes, and 3 of hearts is that celebration. And then in the shorts with the words, we've got celebration. It's time not to listen to the gossip, but there's going to be a lot of gossip because just like everything, when you're starting to get really good and people are jealous and envious of you, they try to bring you down. So there will be a lot of gossip going on. That is just the time it is right now. Dream, wisdom, and money. I told you that it was about swords, Jack of Swords, and the Jack of Hearts, wild cards. That's wisdom and money. So this is just kind of like doubling it. It's just confirming it. Dreams are manifestations. They're also Astro. And I just got done telling you in Astro we're making all new music. Okay? So it's really exciting. We've already cleansed and we've already resolved, and we're in a resolution period now. We've already cleansed and healed. I told you that twice yesterday. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shuffle these up. I had randomly the Queen of Pentacles next. So we're going to see what else they want to tell you. Basically, we're just starting all new stuff. So we've got our soul contract. We're trying to bring it into the ending, as I keep telling you, bringing in your physical. Anything that needs to be brought in physical to end the movie is what they're trying to do. So the best thing to do is take it slow and easy. Know that that's what wins the race. Riot quietly. Bungle in the jungle with your animals. Try to get more with animals. They're very protective and healing. Okay, so we've got the Four of Spades, so that's healing. Everything I just said, they just are repeating themselves. This might be a shorter message because there's not a whole lot to tell you. You guys are doing it. You're doing it good. Most of the work is being done now in astro again because we're bringing it into the physical realm. So you may go to the store and you just may bump into somebody that wants to help you with your career. Or you may just go to the laundromat and bump into somebody that wants to help you with your landscaping or your new house. Those are the kind of clandestine events that are going to take place. You may get a phone call, an email, a text out of the blue from somebody. It's a good time right now to move forward as if. So if you were trying to look for a new home, you would want to start looking in the paper, on the computer, however you look for new homes, right? And then act as if you have the money to do it, and then let everything just fall into place, okay? If you don't have money, they're not going to be able to show you the houses because you have to have a pre-qualification letter before they're going to show you a house. They're not going to let somebody homeless go look at mansions, okay? But you can still be homeless and have a notebook and be writing down all the properties that you want to buy. I'd like to live in the forest. I'd like to live here with a pool. I'd like to live over in this area. I'd like to move to Peru, you know. Have that notebook, because if and when this financial system kicks in, the new one, that's your project. That's your plans. That's what you take to the Redemption Center and you say, hey, I'm homeless right now. I'm in debt up to my ass. But guess what? Here's my project that I would like to do. Okay? Now, if you don't believe in the Redemption Center, then believe it being, I'm going to get that job that I've always wanted, and they're going to pay me really well, and I'm going to be able to afford a mortgage for this house. So, however your brain set is on your future, act as if. Just like when I told you yesterday to act as if somebody was sitting in that chair, because they are. Okay? So that healing attitude, the 10 of Swords is what you healed from, so 10s are the end. You're done healing. You need to move on to the next step. Okay? It just happens to coincide with the calendar date of January 2nd, right? It just happens to coincide to this is the new year that the Matrix celebrates. But it's a new cycle. It's a new level. I already told you, you've already got to where you're getting, and now it's time to finish that assignment out on that level. 9 of Hearts is you're going towards your wishes and your desires. And the 3 of Pentacles is you're bringing that into reality, just like what I said, sitting down with that notebook, looking on that computer, and writing down all the houses you'd like to buy. Now, for example, if you got a hold of my notebook, and you got a hold of the homeless person's notebook, and you got a hold of this guy over here's notebook, there'd be 3 totally different notebooks. But you would get an idea of what that person wanted from reading that notebook, right? Well, that's how the universe works. The universe gives according to our thoughts, gives according to our soul contract, gives according to what we manifest. So by us writing it down, it's kind of like it's reading it. Just like when I said act as if that person's sitting in that chair next to you. Okay, then on the top we have the Three of Wands. I'm getting lots of emotions off of that card, like the Holy Ghost, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Rely on your intuition. Rely on the spiritual. That's this card that we got here, spiritual. And underneath spiritual that you didn't get to see was motivation. So we got to start putting the spiritual into action. Start putting this stuff into action is what it's saying. And then to close it up, we got a third wild card and a 10 of diamonds. So the third wild card and the 10 of diamonds is again going towards your abundance. Tens are the end. It just keeps repeating itself. It just wants to keep talking about you're going towards your abundance. It's going towards your manifestations coming true. With 3 wild cards, I mentioned 3 notebooks. We've got 3s everywhere here in this reading. We had a 3 of hearts, a 3 of spades, and a 3 of diamonds. No, a 3 of wands. A 3 of 3 threes. Yeah, and I just saw serenity too. So the outcome is the 3s, the 10 of the diamonds, right? The abundance, and that wild card. 3 different wild cards. So only thing I'm telling you about this energy is it's time for action now. Okay? It's definitely time for action. Slow and steady wins the race. So you don't rush out and buy that house yet. You just start the notebook on it. Now, if you already have a notebook on it, fine. We want to update it. We want to keep it fresh as is. You still want to do your laundry and your grocery shopping. You probably don't want to put a lot of your messages to spam because these messages are going to come out of the blue. So you probably should answer your phone and answer your messages. And if the person is spam, then just block it. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, this is so-and-so. We're in your area. We're wondering if. Nope, thank you. Bye-bye. And then block them if that's something that you want to block. But otherwise, keep your phone handy. Keep your phone, your texts, your emails. Try to take everything slow and steady, like hour by hour, minute by minute. So if right now I get a phone call when I'm done with my live, obviously, I should answer it. I shouldn't just let it go to voicemail. I shouldn't just block it. I should answer it because a lot of stuff's going to be happening now, and it's also going to be happening weird, okay? Just like how I met my mission partner to empty out my sheds for me. He was in the grocery store, and he had a case of cat food in the exact same spot as my cart, and I had the same as his. I thought his cart was my cart. And he had walked off to look at something. And I'm like, no, that can't be my cart. My cart's right here. And then he came back to his cart and I said, sorry, but I just thought that was my cart. It looks just like mine. And then we got to talking. And here he was a very important role in my cleaning out all my sheds and getting rid of all the stuff that I do not need. And that's really important because if I do want to move right now, it sure is a lot easier to move with half or a quarter of your stuff than all of the stuff we don't need. And to tell you the truth about moving, you know, you can just leave everything in your house and you can move to a new house and you can sell everything in your house with the stuff in it. I had to do that several times. So you don't even need to take your stuff. So we won't get into all that, but what a good reading. You know, the wild cards, the celebration, it's just a slow energy. It's not an energy to jump right up and get everything done tomorrow, but it's an energy of while you're doing the stuff, pay attention. Pay attention to your messages, your phone calls, the people you meet. Now, I could have ignored that cart, and I could have even ignored that person that owned the cart, but I didn't. I was talkative. I gave him my business card. I was talkative. And then he, on the other hand, had to be talkative, and he had to make the call. And everything just clicks out if you have action. But if you're going to be all hermity, which we didn't have one hermit card, we didn't have one solitude card, right? We didn't have any of that. If we did have solitude, yeah, we did have a solitude card, I think, in the shorts, but that was talking about you went within and healed. It was talking about cleansing and resolution. So you want to come out of hermit mode, but you want to be slow, steady, and more quiet than abrupt. And I'm going to get everything done by tomorrow. Okay? So I think you got the gist of what I'm saying. I am Miss Mystic, and I do want to thank you all for listening.